ये पार्ट में कट करूंगी, छोड़ो, कोई जरूरत नहीं है। मैं 2 बार फेक रो चुकी हूँ अब, मतलब। यस, लेट्स गो।
So the third movie that we'll be talking about is Kagas Ke Phool, again by Guru Dutt. So Kagas Ke Phool is a story about Suresh, who's a old married director who falls in love with a debutant actress, who hero worships him, nurses him when he's ill, and actually has a very strong attraction towards him. Suresh somehow calms down the attraction strongly, tries to calm down this attraction, but somehow he also feels a lot of love for her. So Suresh's daughter pleads to Shanti that she leaves her father so that she could make up between the parents and reunite them. So Shanti understands the situation and leaves. Suresh also understands why Shanti left. After Shanti left, Suresh even lost his daughter in a custody case. So right now there are a lot of losses that have happened in Suresh's life. First of all, his wife left. Second of all, Shanti left, which was one of his love interests after a long time. And then his daughter also left him. So there are a lot of losses in Suresh's life because Shanti left and Suresh couldn't find a better actress to work with. So his career also somewhat ended. So he loses interest in work, his finances dwindle, and basically everything in his life just completely gets empty. He comes on the road and he finishes his life with a lot of alcoholism, and that's how the story revolves around his losses.
Yeah, that's pretty much about Kagas Ki Phool. But Kagas Ki Phool is quite a melancholic film, that's true. Kagas Ki Phool is a difficult watch. It's quite a pessimistic approach in storytelling, I would say. I mean, Kagas Ki Phool is drowned in sorrow. इतना दुख भरा हुआ है कि even like the opening, scene with देखी ज़माने की यारी बिछड़े बारी बारी with Kafi Azmi's lyrics, it rightfully captures the gloom and suffering and loneliness that we are about to encounter in the whole film. And yeah, it's a sad thing that it didn't do well in the box office, that's.
So I have a little trivia for you. Because it didn't do well in the box office, not commercially well, Guru Dutt didn't take his name as a director in any of his subsequent films. So that's one reason that you will see Kagas Ki Phool as the last directed film by Guru Dutt.
But I think it's a nice movie in terms of exploration about, an artist's life and all the bad aspects of society, again the profiting nature, the selfish nature. Yeah, it's that's why I believe that Pyasa and Kagas Ki Phool are quite similar in that sense, because both are the movies about artists. One is poet and another is director, but both of them are artists, and both of them face sufferings in their respective lives due to the selfish nature of society. Both the characters choose their pride over getting corrupted with the society. Even in Kagas Ki Phool, Gurudutt's कैरेक्टर वो मना कर देते हैं वापस डायरेक्शन में, जब उनको रियलाइज़ होता है कि बिकॉज शांति को वापस फिल्मों में लाने के लिए द प्रोड्यूसर आस्किंग हिम टू कम बैक अगेन, बट ही सेज नो बिकॉज हिज प्राइड इज़ वन थिंग दैट ही रियली ही मेक श्योर दैट उसको वो बचा के रखते हैं. इवन इन प्यासा, for that matter, Vijay, the Gurudutt's character, he does not get corrupted with the society. He actually, in the ending, we realizes that he's going like far away from all these cruelty of society as we see it. And both the characters, like both the movies have a female character, a strong female character, both played by Wahida Rehman, who really selflessly care about the protagonist. So yeah, these two films are quite similar.
Yeah, he drowns in his own alcohol.
Self-destructive characters.
Both of them, both the characters in Pyasa as well as Kagas Ke Phool, both of them are like that. I completely agree with you.
Yeah, and even that there are similarities between Kagas Ki Phool and Devdas as well. I mean, it's quite clear, evident how. But I loved it how, they used to, in the movie itself, उन्होंने use किया कि ठीक है देवदास की फिल्म को गुरुदत्त का character direct कर रहा है, and somehow even the Devdas story has similarities with what happened to Gurudutt's character in Kagas Ki Phool. So it's quite fascinating how, I just love Gurudutt's direction and Arbaaz Alvi's writing, for that matter, the amazing stories that he writes. It's quite fascinating.
What I think is Kagas Ke Phool, basically the whole movie is how a director's life starts, how he gains popularity, how his personal life is affected, and how it ends. So just the way जैसे तुम फूल देखते हो, फूल बहुत ज़्यादा खुशबू देता है and everything, बट वो दूर से सुंदर लगता है. सिमिलरली अगर वो फूल कागज़ का बना हुआ हो, then it's just fake. It doesn't give you the smell, it just gives you a beauty from the outside. मतलब अंदर से वो सुंदर नहीं है या अंदर से खोखला हो चुका है, या it is not a flower. A flower made out of a paper is not actually a flower. So that is how we see the life of a director, कि तुम देखते हो कि कितनी publicity है, कितना fame मिल रहा है, but we do not see on the personal side that what a person is going through. So that is very well depicted in the movie of how it starts and how it ends.
So, yeah, like Gurudutt ji ka cinema is perfect. There's nothing that you can regret about it after watching it.
Yeah, exactly. A wholesome packet with good actors, with good cinema and good sets, good music. It's all together that makes the movie, like, again I'll say, a classic.
Exactly. You know, everything, whether it's the use of light and shadows, V.K. Murthy's cinematography, S.D. Burman's music, Gurudutt's amazing thought processes about how to present and portray and paint everything on that, on cinema for cinema. It's quite fascinating. And
सबसे बड़ी बात है, these movies are black and white movies, and they still have so much relevance now. That's the biggest part that makes sense. तभी हम लोग देख रहे हैं. मतलब हम लोग और उनकी जनरेशन में ही बहुत फ़र्क है. All generations of my house have watched those movies. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, that was like the main idea of this discussion, to talk about films which I know that the generation of, like, our generation does not watch quite often, because मेरे दोस्तों में से किसी ने भी like ज़्यादा old फिल्में नहीं देखी. मतलब मैं गुरुदत्त की movies के बारे में बात करती हूँ, and lot of people just do not know anything about them, and it feels like you should explore good cinema. And now is the time when you have the facility of OTT platform where you can just go to YouTube, go to Prime, go to Netflix, and just watch movies and consume content. And when you have good Hindi movies, good Indian content, then why not to watch and appreciate it? So that was the whole idea of it. Thank you so much, Ritika, for being here.
Thank you so much
being
for
such
having
an
me.
amazing.
Rita. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll just tell you a small thing. This is the way how cinema brings two likewise people to meet and collaborate like this. Me and Mugdha have never ever talked in college, but in this lockdown, because we saw a lot of movies and everything, that's how we connected. We would love to hear from you people.
We tried to talk about and bring about the points that we believed were worth talking about and discussing about, and that can, ignite the interest in you all to watch the cinema that we were discussing about. But do watch it. You will love it for sure. And
thank you for watching this video, everybody, and do tell us by commenting down below which is the favorite movie of yours from the black and white cinema or from any of the Gurudutt classics. We would love to hear from you.
Yes, do let us know, and you can also follow me on my Instagram handle by the same name, Sincerely Cinemaholic. Tab tak ke liye, keep watching. Bye bye.
Bye bye.